Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I sat through a 3-hour embedded systems lecture, so you didn't have to. In this video, I crunch it down to under. Embedded system. An embedded system is basically a small system inside a bigger system, designed for one job and nothing more. Think of sugar and coffee. It sweetens coffee but can't make it any more creamier. It plays its role and nothing more. Next up is time response. As this video shows, getting the right info matters as much as how fast you can get it. Hard real-time means strict deadlines, while soft real-time means flexible ones. The ideal is simply the right thing at the right time. If you want coffee while it's hot, but you get it too late, it's just cold, sad coffee. Processor architecture. A processor is a brain. It does math, saves, and sends info. In our case, it's a coffee machine. It takes instructions, does the brewing, and sends out coffee. Let's say there are two coffee brands, Von Neumann and Harvard. Von Neumann has one memory block shared by instructions and data. Let's say the first row, first column of the memory block is called cell 1, that contains instruction 1, and right below it inside cell 3 has the letter B in it. They can't interact with the CPU at the same time because they share the same path, so they take turns. The program counter bookmarks addresses, the instruction register holds the current instruction. In short, it's simple and cheap, but slow since only one thing can happen at a time. Coffee brand 2 Harvard splits memory, one block for instructions, one for data. That means two paths, making it faster but also more expensive and complex. In summary, Von Neumann, one nozzle for coffee and milk, simple and cheap but slow. Harvard, two nozzles, one for coffee, one for milk, complex and expensive but fast. Only thing to know is because the data fetch in a Von Neumann can either be an instruction or content, it's designed to have data that can change during executions. While that isn't the case in Harvard, Harvard will always have nozzles restrained to their purposes, one for milk, one for coffee. Here's the drawn diagrams side by side if you need to pause. Instruction execution process runs in 4 steps. Fetch it, decode it, point it to the next one, and execute it. Systems organization. Input-output devices connect through buses. They tend to have separate buses from memory. However, memory map peripherals is when they share the same bus. Single accumulator architecture is when everything funnels through to one register. Like after the steps of making coffee, it then goes down on a single table like the single accumulator. Interrupts. Interrupts are when the CPU gets interrupted by an event. Something triggers the event externally through hardware. But the CPU first finishes the current instruction. Then it acknowledges the event, flags are turned on, bookmarks are set to the current instruction address, jumps to the interrupt service routine software, which saves the state, runs the protocol of the event, restores old info and the state, resets flags of the hardware, and then continues as normal. An analogy of this is you're studying and glance out your window in case of a delivery. The doorbell rings, but first you finish what you're reading. You yell to let them know you're coming. Slide a bookmark at the page, putting away the book. At the door, you handle the event by receiving the package. You then return to your desk, grab the book, put aside the bookmark, and continue from where you had stopped. You do this with your eyes peeled for more deliveries. Multiple interrupts. What do you do when you get multiple interrupts? There are 2 ways this could be designed. Sequential, which is first come first serve, much like a cafe line. The second is nested, where priority matters. High priority events interrupt low priority events. For example, your coffee order waits if the coffee machine itself breaks. That's 3 hours of lecture cut down to